You're probably putting serious money into your kitchen. Beautiful cabinets, stone counters, maybe a pro-style range. But if your vent isn't right, that beautiful kitchen won't stay beautiful for long. In this video, I'll show you 5 of the worst vents people put in their new kitchens and why they fail in real homes. And yes, we've unfortunately sold some of them at Yale. I'll explain why they're wrong and what to do instead. Back in 1986, when I started, a basic vent was probably fine. Ranges had less output, homes were draftier, and a little smoke just floated away. But today's kitchens are different. Your range puts out at least twice the heat, and your home is sealed up tight for energy efficiency. And that's the problem, because every time you cook, you're releasing smoke, grease, and invisible gases like carbon monoxide and formaldehyde. It's not just your dinner smells lingering, it's your air quality getting worse. That's why a vent isn't just for smoke, it's for a cleaner, healthy air in your home. So now the 5 worst vents. I know why you're considering a ceiling blower. You want the view, no bulky hood blocking your sight lines. But manufacturers say to mount them no higher than 7 feet off the cooktop. Most end up in cathedral ceilings 10 or 12 feet up, sometimes more. By the time smoke and grease reach that fan, they're already spread across your kitchen. And without a capture area, there's nothing to trap it on the way up. Ceiling blowers look great in renderings, but if you actually cook, even a basic island hood will work way better. Wood hoods can look great. They add texture, warmth, and break up all that stainless steel. But most are built wrong. They're too shallow, usually 18 to 20 inches deep, when they really need to be at least 23 to cover the front burners you actually use. Worse, they're often paired with cheap inserts or underpowered blowers that can't clear the air. So smoke just hangs in your kitchen or bypasses the hood entirely. If you want a wood hood, that's great. Just make sure it's deep enough at 23 inches and has the right CFM to do the job. Otherwise, you get a centerpiece, not a working vent. Slider hoods were really trendy in the 80s, and somehow they've made a comeback. They didn't work well back then, and they still don't now. You pull out a thin panel of glass or stainless, but there's no real capture area to trap smoke or heat. So even with a decent blower, most of it just floats past. And the blower takes up your upper cabinet, so you lose storage and still get weak ventilation. If you cook more than a couple nights a week and do more than boil water, skip the slide out. It may look sleek in a catalog, but in a real kitchen, it just doesn't hold up. If venting's starting to feel overwhelming, don't worry. We work with builders and contractors every day, and not just on appliances, but on ductwork, layout, making sure everything actually vents the right way. So your kitchen stays cleaner and your family breathes fresher air. Now let's look at number 2. I used to love the over-the-range microwave when it first came out in the early 1990s. You get your counter space back, centralize your cooking, and the idea of a built-in vent seemed like a win. But the design hasn't changed since then, and kitchens have. Most are still only 16 inches deep, while your front burners sit 22 to 23 inches from the wall and can crank out 15 to 25,000 BTUs. Even with induction, those high wattage zones go way past where the vent can reach. So smoke and grease never make it to the fan, they just spill right into your kitchen. The idea still sounds convenient, but the performance just isn't there. Even if you cook a few nights a week, proper hood will make a big difference. Cleaner air, cleaner cabinets, less regret later. They disappear in your counter, keep your island clean, and look great in photos. Designers love that open minimalist look, and yes, it does look great until you start cooking. The problem is physics. Air moves up, not down. With a rear downdraft or even one in the middle, you're asking the vent to fight gravity with no capture area and a long duct run with at least one elbow that kills airflow. Even a high CFM motor loses power fast. So if you're searing, wok cooking, or heaven forbid, try to grill, that smoke just floats into the room. There's a reason restaurants never use downdrafts. They vent up with large hoods and real airflow. For replacing an 01, fine. If you're building new, put your cooktop on an outside wall. It'll vent better, keep your kitchen cleaner, and your air much fresher. As bad as some of these vents are, there's a trend that's even worse, not venting at all. Sure, it looks great in a photo next to a window, but in real life, all that heat, grease, smoke, and yes, gas stays right in your kitchen. You're not just smelling what you cooked, you're breathing it. If you're designing remodeling, don't wait till the end of the project to think about ventilation. Plan it early and get it right. If you want to see what proper venting actually looks like, we've got full working displays in every Yale showroom. We partner with contractors and builders every day, not just on appliances, but on layout, ductwork, and real-world venting. If this video helped, hit subscribe. Now, if you want to learn which vents you should buy, click this video and thanks for watching.